Good morning. I am so busy today, but I'm sorry about that, by the way. Um, I wanted to talk about a video that I watched the other day that Rockstar Flipper did, Casey Paris, and I'm not bashing him, okay? I like him. He has a lot of good information. I respect him. I've learned a lot from him. So just like he said he wasn't bashing us old people, or he was polite about it, I want to do the same, just to make sure that, we're not being mean to each other in the reseller community, because honestly, the reseller community is a nice community most of the time. People are very helpful. But he had went on a little rant about getting a thermal printer. And I just wanted to talk about something that happened kind of like at the same time all this came out. So the backstory is, in this workspace where I am right now, up until a couple days ago, I did not have internet over here. I could use my cell phone, but to actually have internet access, I didn't have it, and I wanted it and I needed it because this is where I like to do my work. So I spent the money to get the things to bring the internet into this work area. That was my last big expense that I put towards the business. And because I did that, the printers that I use, and not just me, but I share this house and space with another person who we share the internet. The printers became obsolete because of the security that is on the printers is not compatible with the newer Wi-Fi network. Okay. So as we're working that out, this is before I saw Casey's video. I was talking to her. I said, well, with eBay, you can do the QR codes and go to the post office. And that's a little inconvenient, but it's a workaround, right? It's inconvenient for us. And so, we can do that. But if selling on some of the other websites, they don't all offer that. And so it can be a problem. So we were talking about getting a thermal printer. We were talking about it. And then I came in and I watched the video on my phone. And it's like, yeah, I want one. But he had made a comment about how older people are set in their ways. And, there's younger people who are set in their ways and won't do anything different. But that's not always the case. Hey. Yeah, I am. I'm videoing. That's Janice. We share. And so, you know, we had already been talking about getting a thermal printer and the advantages that you don't have to buy ink and those kind of things. And so then I watched the video and I'm like, well, I'm getting one tomorrow. And went to the store to get one, and they only had one model, and I needed one right away because I had things I had to ship out. They only had one model, and it was not in my price range. Sorry. So I had to make a business decision to get another printer, but I did get a better printer than what we had. So even though I have to buy toner now instead of the little ink cartridges, and I'm still taping labels, but um, I did have to get a printer. And the point that I'm making in this video is that when you listen to these people on YouTube and other websites, they're experts, and they are experts. I'm not saying that Casey's not an expert, because he is. But you need to think about your own business and how you're running it and what your budgets are and where you are in your growth, and make decisions based on that. So for now, because of this thing that happened, getting a thermal printer is not a good idea for me. And he did say something that you can get a printer for less than $100, a thermal printer, which is true. And I actually have one, but to be honest with you, it's caca. I hate it. I'm having issues with it. And the main issue is that it's in a language that I don't understand. So I'm still going to shop around for thermal printers, but I had to put it off because I didn't have time at the moment, and I had to make a decision. And that's what being in business is about. Sometimes you make the worst, or how what's that, um the lesser of two evils. Sometimes you have to make a decision that way. It may not be the optimal decision, but it's the best decision in the moment. Excuse me. Listen to me. And that's how you should be running your business. I can't afford to jack up a big debt just to get everything running up so I can be like Casey. And I'm not even running a business like Casey. I mean, you see all this stuff behind me? Look at my janky shelving here, which is Walmart boxes. You make do with what you got, and that's what you have to do sometimes. And you set goals, and you figure out an action plan how to get to those goals, and as you achieve them you evaluate for the next thing, and so on and so forth. So yes, I do agree that a thermal printer is the best option. It's quick, it's efficient, it's cost effective, um, but it just not may not be right for you now. Make your decisions based on fact and not emotions, okay? That's what we need to do. And it doesn't matter how old you are. I just thought I'd put my 2 cents in. Thanks. All right, how do I turn this off?